Protest alone won't bring change. Osinbajo give reason youth should engage in politics. Youth should come and engage in politics, and so that the youth that we are allowed to engage in politics. What's his name? Desmond Elliot. What is his name? And what did he do at the end of the day when he got there? What did he do? He started calling us jobless youths, and that what they said about us is true, and he changed his ways, changed his mouth. So it's not as if people don't want to engage in politics, but politicians are liars, and once you join them, you become like them. That is just the truth. We know that protest alone cannot change, but joining politics, they have to first of all eradicate all the bad governments that we have. Maybe once they eradicate them, then we can actually have youth that have the interest of people at heart to join politics. But before then, no, because once they join, they are also going to be like them. That is just it. It's like when you just get there, you don't have power of your own again. They just initiate you, and you don't have anything to do. That is just the truth. So it will be difficult for youth to join politics. Do you even want us to join politics? You'll be shouting, youth are the leaders of tomorrow, youth are the leaders of tomorrow. Till now, youth have not been allowed to lead the country. Even if you go there, they will say, oh, he's not experienced enough. He's still a young person. And they should allow somebody that is old, that is experienced to be the president, to be the governor. Is that not what you people do? Ex-Vice President Yemi Osinbajo urged youth in Nigerians and other African countries to actively participate in politics to achieve long-term societal change, rather than relying solely on protests. Speaking at a Lagos conference, Osinbajo warned that any attempt by government to regulate social media could infringe on free speech. They are on the step to doing that now. No wahala. They don't want us to be able to say our mind. No freedom of movement, no freedom of speech, nothing. They just want to. Let's just know that we are in a military regime. Let us know that this is a military regime, that we don't have a say, we can't say anything, we can't say our mind, we cannot protest. Let us know that, because I don't understand. Speaking at a Lagos conference, Osinbajo warned that any attempt by government to regulate social media could infringe on free speech. Reflecting on the global use of social media for activism, Osinbajo noted that platforms like Twitter and Facebook have enabled youth to voice their political demands and mobilize for causes in various African countries. Former Nigerian Vice President Yemi Osinbajo has said that political action for social change in developing countries must go beyond protest. Osinbajo made this assertion on Thursday, November 28th, during his Technology, New Media, Citizen and Governance Conference in Dagada, Lagos. In his keynote address, Osinbajo underlined how young Africans deployed social media to organize protests in Nigeria, Kenya, and Zambia. Even the Twitter now is the one that our president, our governors, that is their means of communication. Because without Twitter, most of the things that we know in this country, we will not know. Because who is listening to news these days? Who is watching TV? Even all of them, so they pass their message across through Twitter and social media. So if they ban it, if they regulate it, they're also doing themselves. And we would always find a way to make sure that we produce other outcomes to communicate. If they ban Twitter, if they regulate it, don't worry, Nigerians are going to produce another one that is going to work very well. As reported by The Cable, Osinbajo said it is important for social media platforms to regulate themselves, as any government-imposed regulation could be seen as an attempt to suppress free speech. Social media is really empowering for all, and it is non-discriminatory. The weak, the strong, the treacherous, the mischievous, and haters of every kind have cover to speak their minds, speak truth to power, and insult, he said. Speaking further, the former vice president added that political participation is necessary for the kind of holistic change required in developing societies. According to Osinbajo, meaningful change cannot be achieved if the popular notion of "don't get your hands dirty in politics" is maintained. But really, once you enter into politics, your hands get dirtied. You will get dirty, no matter how you try to be uncorrupted. Like once you get there, you'll be like, I'm not going to be corrupted. I'm not going to do all these things that I did. I know that there's some politicians that that are truthful, that are not doing the bad things that all our governors are doing, our presidents are doing. But really, it is difficult. It is really difficult, and you might say, "Oh, I'm not going to be initiated," but when you get there, you are going to be suppressed. Some people might go there and say, "Oh, I'm not going to be initiated. I'm not going to corrupt myself. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to help the youth. I'm going to." They make all sorts of promises. Someone like Desmond Elliot, he said the same kind of thing. And what has he done today? He has turned his back on the youth. That is why it is really difficult. Someone that does not have a very strong moral grounds and they can be easily swayed. That is just the truth. They can be easily swayed, and before you know it, they forget themselves. Some people, you will not know their true intentions until they see money. You will not know their true character until they see money. Once they see money like this, they'll just change their mouth. That is it. And then you say, "Oh, most of the youth too, Nigerians, we are corrupt." Oh, it will take the grace of God to see somebody that actually has the fear of God to go into politics and say, "No, I'm not going to steal money. No, I'm not going to get carried away. Yes, I'm going to do the will of the people. I'm going to support them. I'm not going to join these bad wagons." It will really take the grace of God for us to have that kind of person in politics. It will take the grace of God. It's not as if the youth don't want to join, but they are trying so hard not, because once you go there, it's just like everybody that enters there. It's either even if you don't want to join them, you can't talk. You can't do anything because even you yourself, Mr. Osinbajo, you are there, you are a good person. We all know that you are a good person, but you could not say the truth to power. Everything that was happening, you just kept quiet. Everything that Buhari did, you couldn't tackle it. Even though you are an upright person, that is how it is going to be. For some you that say, "Okay, let us go there and change the trajectory of Nigerian politics." Once you get there, some of them will be swayed by money. Some of them will not be able to do anything because Nigerian politics is really, really deep. Let us not deceive ourselves. It is really, really deep. So we will continue to protest until they listen to us. But they cannot kill all of us in this country. They cannot kill all of us, and they cannot arrest everybody. They cannot arrest everybody. Joshua Christopher says, "Useless talk." Richard Atahe says, "Your Excellencies are used to engage in politics in Nigeria when voting ballot papers are not counted, but by selection." Exactly. Even if we come outside to say, okay, Showore, is he not a youth? At least he's not up to 50. Yet, they are not allowing him. They are rigging election. That is what they know how to do. APC. Rigging election. So we have to get a whole lot of things right before we can say that, oh, the youth should be involved in politics. We have to get INEC right. We have to know that, okay, INEC will not rig election. We have to know that the police, they are not biased. We have to know that all these bodies that are involved in politics are not compromised before we can say, okay, even if the youth contest, they are going to win fair and square. That is the only solution. My listeners, over to you. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to like, to share and subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.